Hey guys, PC Outcast here. Today I am doing a little bit of a showcase of CORIDDEN. I think that's how you pronounce the game anyway. It takes everything, every fiber of my being to not start singing Lowrider. A lot, calling it CORIDDEN. Anyway, right. So anyway, this is an action RPG that came out last week, and I was given a key by the developers Aftnereld, I think that's how you pronounce that, and the publishers are Anshar Publishing. So I want to thank them for giving me a key to check out the game. So it's an action RPG with the twist that you are able to turn into beasts. And you gradually, this is actually one of the first beasts you get, it's called a Pantalese. And you gradually defeat beasts and are able to turn into more and more things, and they have different abilities. For example, go to this. So these are all the creatures I've unlocked so far. So go to here, and each beast has its own skill tree. And so right now I've got like this hidden predator allows me to become cloaked and steal health with every attack in melee. Electric Pause, this is a really nice one, really boosts up your melee damage. We've also got Poison Dash, which allows me to basically pass through a bunch of enemies or pass by a bunch of enemies and poison them. It's a nice get out of dodge kind of thing. Started working on Maul as well with this particular beast. And then all the other ones, like I think the second creature you get is a Houndra. And that's got its own things. It's got Blaze Breath, Leap Attack, Strong Bite. So you've got both active skills and passives. Right, this one just increases your sharp damage, which would be like claws and teeth and stuff like that. Also increases crit chance. And then Maul is the one that allows you to, another one that allows you to basically steal health. Also increases slam damage, which is kind of nice. Eager Mount increases physical resistance and energy recharge rate. Increases both you and your rider's energy regeneration, which is kind of nice while riding. So that's the thing too. I don't actually have... there is in one of the other classes... Actually, I might be able to do it in this one too. There. So if I had a point available, I could throw into Conjure Roker, so you can conjure up a Roker, which is one of these beasts. It has all these skills. And then you can ride it, which is kind of nice. And also, if you're playing with friends in co-op, one of you can be in beast mode and the other one can be in human mode and riding the beast, right? So you can ride together into combat, and it's kind of cool. The other thing that is nice is you and your beast have two separate stamina bars. You can see in the top left there, my stamina for the beast is going down as I'm doing attacks. And then we switch over here, and of course I have my own stamina bar. So the beast regenerated while I'm doing all of this. And yes, I am definitely, those are definitely lightsabers. I know they kind of look like that. So both your human and your beast form have melee and ranged attacks, and then also have abilities. So like I said, some of those abilities are passives. Those are the ones that you put points into. I have a bow, right? And I've put a lot of points into that because I'm playing as a rogue, but then I also have dual wielding. I think I have an axe and I have an axe and a hammer. So you also have all these equipment, as you do in most RPGs, and they have gem slots, so you can alter them. So as you go along and you find stuff or you buy stuff, some of them will have more slots for putting gems into, and I'll show that to you in a second too. Another interesting thing is that the beasts themselves are also counted as gear. And they also have their own gem slots, so you can customize them that way too. Like this one has extra damage reduction and regains energy when struck. So that's kind of cool. What else? So some of the abilities, for example, this one has, that's that poison one, and then we've got this one where you turn invisible, and then when you're attacking, you're like generating stamina, or generating health, I should say. Right, let's go and do a little bit of combat. Like so. Okay, these are pretty low level. This area is that's the that electric pause thing, and there you go. I just picked up an APM, whatever that. Oh, good lord. Okay. What is an APM? Not sure. Probably on. There you go. So that's one of the gems. Ability power plus 30%. And I've also got ability power plus 15% with wound healing of 2 health per second, so that's regen. And we've got extra blunt damage, all damage taken reduced, and etc., etc. I also have a bunch of different these beasts, and these are their ranged attacks. So I currently have this thing. I think it's poison, probably. Yeah. So there's different types of poison. There's poison breath. There's poison bolt. Right? There's fire blast. Basically like a, I don't know, like artillery type thing. There's also fire breath, same kind of thing, but with fire instead of poison. And then the poison, and then electric bolt. There's also a beam. I don't have it here, but a beam that is basically very focused, and you might be able to sweep it. I'm not entirely sure. I have definitely only scratched the surface of all the abilities, and especially the synergies. Like, I'm playing as a, what is this character considered? Oops. I'm a, I can't remember. Does it even allow me to select? Like, okay, these are obviously my ability points. So power is melee physical damage with melee strikes. Fragmentation is physical damage with ranged damage and also damage over time. Stability is your max health and resistance to stagger. Energy is your, or battery is your energy. Basically how much stamina and stuff you have, how fast your energy regenerates, and the strength of your abilities. And element is doing elemental damage with stuff. So I didn't put anything into that. I can't remember what my particular class is. A surge. That's what it is. So the surge is basically a mage. So I picked that because of this. Like I said, I'm playing a rogue. That's the main character, but I went into surge for a little bit of the stuff like this, electron heal, being able that it's lost its effectiveness a little bit because they only regenerate around about 100 health or so, but it discharges and does damage to enemies as well. So it's kind of nice. You get your health's getting low, you hit that, regenerate your health, and do some damage. Also, this is really nice. Electrified arrows, doing extra electric damage. And it also causes your arrows to home in on targets, somewhat, at least. So there's a lot of cool stuff with that. There's also homing missiles, which increases that as well. And I have high voltage, which increases shock damage as well. And then, over on Energizer, I've got extra energy. That might have, in retrospect, that might have been a waste. 6 points, and I only get an extra 30 max energy. It's okay, but not great. Light armor. I wanted to do this for the regen rate and the ability power, which does make my character a bit stronger, but you also lose a lot, like a lot of armor and health regen compared to heavy armor. Because for a while I was using heavy armor, then I started really sinking points into this, and I'm like, I better switch over to light armor to actually make use of this. And yeah, so that's that. So that's it for this particular. Oh, there's also time bender skills. So you can do things like chrono dash and slow down, create like an area of effect that slows enemies down, slows both their movement and their attack. You got the reduction in the energy recharge delay. And there's various stasis things. There's a rewind orb. Like, there's a lot of things you can do. I'm starting to put points into cooldown, so I can use my active skills more. Stuff like that. And then there are four pre-built classes. Initially, I was playing around with the Hunter, which is, you know, as you'd imagined, it does a lot of physical bow damage. It's also got your, like, backstab type rogue skills. It also has conjuration skills, so you can rely more on your beasts, like conjuring a beast to fight with you. And I didn't even look into the others, really, honestly. There's also a custom class, so you can pick whichever skills you want. There are some synergies. I read a little bit. There's not a ton of information on the internet yet about builds and stuff, but one of them is if you... I think it's one of the other classes. There's a skill called... I think a skill tree called Devotee, and in it you have an area of effect healing spell. So you can cast that as a human and then switch to your beast, and your beast can be like all about like bonus damage, and it doesn't have to really worry about survivability because the healing spell boosts them. So that's like an example of how you can kind of do a bit of a synergy between your human and beast form, or between you and your friends if one of you is playing in beast and you're playing in human, for example. What else can I share with you guys? So, like I said, there's at least heavy and light armor. There are one-handed melee weapons, two-handed melee weapons. There are different types of bows. This is a short composite bow. There is a, it does have a repeater on it, but there's actually, wait, do I have, whoops, do I have, yes, there's a wild repeater. So these things are more like machine guns, basically. Nope, that one is not that fast. Oh, I didn't switch it. Whoops. Equip that. Thank you. Yeah, these are like... I had one of these for a while in the game. It's a crossbow that is... The nice thing is that there's pushback with each one of those strikes, so I kind of actually prefer even though the damage per hit is less, I kind of actually prefer the repeater bow. Actually, let's see if we can find some more enemies and just fight them in, if they can survive. Well, they can't survive very long, but there you go. That is basically how that works. A lot of death. Those things suck. Oh, there's a healing thing right in the middle of the air. That's great. I don't think I can actually jump and collect that. Oh, that's another reason that I picked Shattered, this map, Shattered Plateau, is because you can jump over things. You can jump from like one... Oh, God, don't fall to death. There you go. Is there anything else over there? I'm not even sure what's over here, honestly. Not much, apparently. Yep, less than nothing. If you die... Whee! You lose money. So I think it starts out as a percentage of your money, but it seems to have maxed out at 1,000, which is kind of nice because if you die several times in a row, your money goes down pretty quick. But that's all you lose. You don't lose experience. You don't lose gear. You only lose money, and money is fairly easy to get. It's a little bit difficult in the beginning, but it gets easier as the game goes along. Let's go. Oops. There's fast travel points, so you can travel from map to map. It's not a full open world, it's like zones. And so you fast travel between zones. These are the fast travel towers. We're going to go back to our starting home, our home base. And over here, we got our house. We've got personal stash, where I've got a whole bunch of gems stored. It's also appearance, change of cosmetics, which I apparently haven't worked on at all. And you can also talk to some of your family and stuff. You can also do respecking. So there, a total respec is 1,600. It probably continues to go up per level. You can also respec individual beasts, your class skills, your attribute points, and of course that's less if you're if you don't want to do like a full respec. But you can respec at any time. You can also check out what's going on with your different things. You can decide what you want to respec. And then over here, I got a forge. This is something that you unlock as you progress through the story. So here you can take, for example, the repeater that we've been using, and it shows you what gem, the gems are called alterants. It shows you what gem it is, what it has, and what it does. So it increases the fire rate and reduces the spread. It also increases the level, so you gotta be a little bit careful that you don't you absolutely can over level something so that you can't use it until you gain more levels. This one only has one slot in it, so you can add more slots. They're quite expensive. You can make both diamond and circle alterants. Some items have square. Oh, this one is actually square. That's interesting. We don't actually have a square in the square. The square alterants are the most powerful. So let's click on this. No, that's still not. Do I have square item in any of these? No. This one. There we go. The square one's the most powerful. So this one increases fragmentation attribute by 6, conjuration lifetime by 100%, conjuration health by 70%, and conjure skills. Why am I even using that? I guess this is the fragmentation. I really should be using a conjuration build with all that on there. But anyway, there you go. So that's an example of one of the square alterants. Those cannot be added, as far as I've found so far. I'm not actually finished the main quest. But they only have one, and then you can add, you know, these other ones if you want. You can add additional ones. And yeah, so some of these, for example, this one increases the money you pick up. This one reduces cooldown, and that one has physical resistance. So that's what I got on my helmet right now, my headpiece. Yeah, and then there's people you can talk to. Oh, Granny. Apparently somebody's got a new quest. You gotta check around town once in a while. There'll be somebody who'll pop up and you have a chance to do a quest. You can also do mission boards. These are basically, I think, primarily, I mean, you can do them anytime you want. You can do it to level up if you want, like just to grind levels. But it also allows you, once you finish the main quest, to, you know, continue to build your characters out and get better gear and all that stuff, and basically just keep challenging yourself. So it's got some after game content, I guess you could say. And I think that's about it. As you've been listening, the music is really quite nice. The sound effects are pretty good. I find them pretty satisfying. The combat is fun for the most part. It's I did run into a couple places where the difficulty curve kind of ramped up suddenly with like a certain map or a certain boss. I mean, bosses make sense, but I would be like, holy cow, how am I supposed to get any further in this game? But you know, either a respec or just grinding out some more stuff or changing gear or whatever, I was able to get past the things. The only thing that's that I find a little bit annoying is there are some like environmental puzzles where you have to like jump. It's kind of like a platformer, and the jump there's if you're in beast mode and you're holding down run, you have to do like the run and then switch over to jump to get a long jump. And I mean, I'm doing it fine here, but sometimes it's a little bit glitchy or whatever. There's also some opportunities, and I find it very difficult to time it. You can be running as beast, jump, and then switch into human form, and you will actually grab onto like a ledge. Let's see if I can find an example. Is there an example anywhere? That's going to be too high. Hello. What is this? Hall of Fame. Is that like is that like a Kickstarter thing? That kind of is what that looks like. More Hall of Fame. Okay. I haven't actually been down here before. Is there anywhere? Oh, maybe. No, that's going to be too high too. There should be somewhere I can do this. Anyway, whatever. Oh, hey. There's a chest. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can I jump? Can I climb? Let me climb. Come on. Oh. Yeah. Nice. A little bit of money and a little bit of a thing. And you know what? I really have not fully explored this place. And you can also pet the little dragon cats that roam around. And I think that's about it. I mean, I don't want to explore anything else. As I said, I'm not actually done the main quest. You probably saw it pop up there in the corner there. It's showing what my next quest objective is. So I don't want to spoil anything for you. But I did want to give you a little demonstration of what the game's got in it. Let's save that and go to the main menu, and let's start another character. And continue. We're going to no. Start new. Okay, so you've got these 4 characters here. So I went with Ashan. Charming and manipulative. I assumed that meant he was rogue, right? But you can actually play any kind of character you want. And then we also got Lily, the hot-tempered, brutally honest one. Probably like a berserker idea. Devi, the sportive and observant one. That's like the healer. And Jay is the intentional, intelligent, and rational, which is probably the mage kind of thing, right? Let's go with mage, I guess. Although I'm already mage.
After a desperate struggle,
we're going to
the city
just
of
skip
Asha
over that.
Overrun.
And so that's your starting game. Oh, everybody has their own color too. That's nice. Start out with a training thing and stuff. Go to so here we go. So you've got your skills, your classes. So you got your guardian, sturdy protector that lives to aid their teammates. So this is basically your warrior. Your hunter is rogue basically. camouflaging, poisoning, traps, that sort of stuff. Hellion is also a warrior. This is more like Hellions are usually like berserker type things, right? Using heat as their primary element. That's kind of cool. So like a fiery type of thing. They can channel their hate to sacrifice themselves and deal significant damage, but also give into their devotion and unlock powerful healing abilities for themselves and their teammates. Well, that would probably be handy if you like burn yourself to do damage and then have to heal yourself. And then the Surge, which I've been playing, which is electric attacks, basically a caster, right? Shapes time, energy, enables them to control their enemies, aid both themselves and their teammates, and so on. So that's kind of more or less your main character, main character. So you got like melee damage, range damage, heat, and electricity and other casting abilities. Those are your main ones. Let's take a look at, for example, like I was telling you about the hunter. So select the hunter, and you got like cloak, so you can become invisible. You've got explosive traps, and you got basically adding poison damage to your attacks. And then once you put enough points into that, you'll unlock the next thing. Unfortunately, I can't even show you. The trickster skills, the first one. The next one is hunter skills, I think. And I can't remember what the last one is. So that is that. Let's see. Is it Guardian? Barrier heal. No, that's not the right one. That's Protector. Pyromancer skills. Conductor. That's this one. This is a good healing spell in the beginning, but I am noticing that it's not as effective as it used to be, because it sort of maxes out how much you can heal, and of course your health pool keeps increasing. Anyway, I can't find the other one. I'm not sure which class it is. But yeah, you have Devotee, and that's the one that has the AoE healing spell, which is a suggested early game build. Also, ranged seems to get more powerful as the game goes on, so it's maybe not a bad idea to kind of lean into melee in the beginning and then respec into mostly a ranged build. That's one possibility anyway. Right, so there you go. I don't actually have a beast yet when you start the game, so I can't show you any more of that, but I think I've hit all the highlights. And yeah, so I think for the next few days the game is on a 15% introductory sale because it just came out last week. So if you're interested, if this looks good to you at all, you can go pick it up on Steam. It has full controller support for both Xbox, PlayStation, and just PC based controllers. That's what I've been playing on, and yeah, I've enjoyed it. So shout out to the devs for sending me a key, and we will see you guys in another video about another video game. All right, see you guys later.